Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shah. 3 people have died and over 100 have been arrested in West Bengal's Murshidabad after violent protests against the Waqf law turned deadly. The situation has prompted the Calcutta High Court to step in, ordering central forces to restore calm. After this, the central has deployed 5 additional BSF companies, apart from nearly 300 BSF personnel locally available in Murshidabad. The Union Home Secretary held a video conference with the Chief Secretary and the DGP of West Bengal. The centre has assured full support and instructed vigilance in other sensitive districts. Meanwhile, politics has erupted between BJP and TMC, alleging each other for violence in the state.
A day of tension in Murshidabad, 3 lives lost, dozens injured, and the town left scarred with anti-Waqf protests. 3 dead in this minority-dominated district in West Bengal. The violence, which erupted Friday evening, forced police to resort to firing to disperse the crowd. The West Bengal DGP confirmed that the police had to open fire to control the unruly mob. 118 have been arrested so far for the violence. 15 police personnel have sustained injuries and have been admitted in the hospital, and 3 deaths have been confirmed. The Calcutta High Court, stepping in, ordered deployment of central forces in the affected regions, just hours after Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee appealed for peace and clarified that the Waqf Act won't be implemented in West Bengal.
অনেকে রাজনৈতিকভাবে উন্নয়নের পরিসংখ্যানের মোকাবিলা না করতে পেরে বাংলাকে ধর্মের নামে ভেদাভেদ করে বাংলাকে অশান্ত করার চেষ্টা করছে। আমি সকলকে অনুরোধ করব, বাংলার কৃষ্টি সংস্কৃতি বজায় রেখে আমাদের এলাকার শান্তি, শৃঙ্খলা এবং সম্প্রীতি যাতে অক্ষুণ্ণ থাকে, আমাদের প্রত্যেককে সজাগ থাকতে হবে, সচেতন থাকতে হবে।
But Mamata Banerjee's words have failed to pacify the opposition. BJP leaders claimed that the violence has been supported by Mamata Banerjee herself.
ये ममता बनर्जी की शय पे सारा समेला हो रहा है। ममता बनर्जी करा रही है। उनको चाहिए कि मुस्लिम वोट का पोलराइजेशन करना चाहती है वो।
I'm glad that the Honorable High Court has stepped in and given the appropriate decision at the appropriate time.
Even India bloc ally Congress isn't standing by TMC this time. Congress leader Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary said that TMC has failed to handle the situation.
মুর্শিদাবাদের শামসারগঞ্জ এলাকায় যেখানে সংঘর্ষ হয়েছে, লুটপাট হয়েছে, এখনো পর্যন্ত পুলিশ সেভাবে মোকাবেলা করতে নামতে পারেনি। আমি মুর্শিদাবাদের পুলিশকে বলবো, আপনারা মোকাবেলা করতে দ্রুত নামুন, কারণ সবাই জানে এই মুর্শিদাবাদ, মালদা এগুলো সেনসিটিভ এরিয়া, সবাই জানে, প্রশাসন জানে। তা সত্ত্বেও কেন প্রশাসন এখনো পর্যন্ত সক্রিয় হতে পারছে না, আমার প্রশ্ন।
Murshidabad will wake up to central force taking control of the law and order to bring back normalcy on ground. But for the families of the deceased, peace is a distant promise. Sreshide for NDTV.
Meanwhile, the West Bengal Pradesh Congress Committee chief has written to West Bengal Chief Minister over Murshidabad violence, seeking swift action against miscreants and immediate relief to the people. The Congress seeks deployment of adequate security personnel to restore and maintain peace in affected areas. Meanwhile, tensions flared in Kailashahar, district headquarters of Unakoti district of Tripura, on Saturday afternoon after a protest rally demanding the withdrawal of the Waqf Amendment Bill turned violent, resulting in several police personnel, including the sub-divisional police officer, sustaining injuries.
What we have been able to gather from our police sources in state capital Agartala is that at least 7 police personnel have sustained injuries when this clash took place between the police and the agitators who were holding a protest rally against the recently enacted Waqf Amendment Act in Kailashahar, which is the district headquarters of Unakoti district of Tripura. And now what the police officials have given us to understand is that personnel from Tripura Police and Tripura State Rifles had to charge baton and burst tear gas shells to disperse the crowd who had gathered suddenly, and there was this rally which was initially peaceful, but it turned violent They started pelting stones and bricks at the police. That's what police sources are telling us. And senior police officials had actually requested the leaders of the rally not to actually, take out the rally towards areas which are mixed populated, and therefore barricades were put by police. And what we have been given to understand by police sources is that the crowd, a mob from the larger crowd, actually attacked the police, breaking the barricades. That's when the police also retaliated. Now, what we have been also given to understand that several protesters are also injured. More reinforcement was sent in the area. Police sources do tell us that at this moment the situation is under control. The reinforcement has been sent. They have also registered a case, and they're looking out for people who have attacked on police forces, because the footage is also available. But those dramatic visuals that we are playing out clearly shows the kind of the way the protest rally had turned violent, and this clashes took place in Kalashahar in Unakati district of Tripura. Now, similar protests have been taking place in other parts of Northeast, particularly in Manipur, but protests in Manipur have remained peaceful. And in Northeast India, this is the first protest rally which has gone violent.
The Social Economic Survey, or the Caste Census, it was opened before the State Cabinet. Discussions on the same will be held on April 17. The report recommends changes in the OBC reservation. The Jayaprakash Hegde Commission has recommended increasing the OBC reservation from 32% to 51% based on the caste census data. And my colleague Deepak Bopanna joins us to get us more on this. Deepak, from what we understand, this commission has also recommended restructuring the classification within the OBC categories. Take us through the latest and the details. All right, Deepak, you need to unmute yourself. All right, we'll try and reconnect with Deepak there. So the caste census report, it was opened before the state cabinet, and the discussions will take place. It will be held on the 17th of April now. In fact, the Jayaprakash Hegde Commission, this commission has in fact recommended to increase the OBC reservation from 32% to 51% based on the caste census data that has been collected. The commission has also recommended restructuring the classification within the OBC categories. All right, my colleague Deepak Bopanna joins us to take us through the latest. Deepak, over to you. Give us the details.
Well, NDTV has now accessed a few pages from this particular crucial report that was presented in front of the cabinet. It has been opened. It hasn't been discussed. This is a very crucial, a report that has taken several years really for politicians in Karnataka to make public. It's not yet been made public, but of course, at least has been presented in front of the cabinet. To give a little bit of background to this, this was commissioned in the year 2015 by Mr. Siddaramaiah and his previous regime. Why is it controversial? One is, of course, at the central level, the Congress, including Mr. Rahul Gandhi, has been batting for a caste census. On the other hand, within the Congress party here in the state of Karnataka, there have been leaders, especially from the Vokkaliga and the Lingayat community, who do not want this to be made public, particularly because the new report suggests that the Vokkaligas and the Lingayats won't be the dominant community anymore in the state of Karnataka. Now, in the latest details that we've got access to, it reveals that the Jayaprakash Hegde report goes on to say that the OBC reservation should be now increased from 32 to about 51%. Like you mentioned, there should also, of course, be some subdivisions that should be done as well. And more importantly, the numbers that are being reflected for the Vokkaliga and the Lingayat community, which has dropped down from previously what was at least close to about 18 to 20%, now is lingering around the 13 to 14%, and that is where many of the people from the community, including leaders within the Congress party, especially the Vokkaligas and the Lingayats, are raising some serious objections. Now we'll really have to see on the 17th, when this actually comes up for a debate within the cabinet, what sort of fireworks really will be at play.
All right, Deepak Bopanna, thank you very much for getting us all the latest. BJP MLA Nayanar Nagendran, he has been elected as the president of Tamil Nadu BJP unit. Nana Nagendran, he was elected unopposed as the Tamil Nadu BJP president. He was the only candidate to file a nomination succeeding K. Annamalai. Nagendran, a former AIADMK minister and the current BJP MLA from Tirunelveli, he is seen as a strategic choice to strengthen BJP's position in Tamil Nadu.
The party unanimously, the party has decided Anna Nainar Nagendran Anna will lead our Bharatiya Janata Party into the 2026 assembly elections. And yesterday you have seen, after the arrival of our Honorable Home Minister Amit Shah Avargal, the NDA has become bigger, the NDA has become stronger, the NDA in Tamil Nadu has become dynamic. Now we are very clear, the vision is very clear, DMK has to get out of power, NDA has to come into power, and our job right now is to give our fullest support to our new president under Nainar Nagendran Avargal and get his vision going, get the party's vision going, and all of us Karyakartas, we firmly stand behind him in the process of eliminating DMK from Tamil Nadu soil.
Today, successfully, we conducted state president and national council member organizational elections. We elected new president Nayanar Nagendarji. I request all the workers, same enthusiasm, same commitment, same courage. We should work under leadership of the Nayanar Nagendar.
This became inevitable as the AIADMK chief EPS made this a precondition that Annamalai ought to be replaced if the BJP wants revival of ties with the AIADMK. Secondly, replacing Annamalai, the BJP has chosen Nainar Nagendran because he belongs to the Tevar community who are traditionally staunch supporters of the AIADMK. And by choosing Nainar Nagendran, the party hopes they'll be able to strike a chord, reach out to that particular community who are dominant and the determining factor for victory in southern districts. Besides, Nainar Nagendran as an individual leader enjoys the respect and goodwill of the minorities in that region. And that area is also known for a large chunk of minorities, particularly in Tirunelveli and the Kanyakumari districts. And in that sense, BJP hopes they can also capitalize on his goodwill and further make political inroads in southern Tamil Nadu. This comes 1 year before the 2026 assembly elections in Tamil Nadu. BJP generally has a very negligible presence in Tamil Nadu, and with this alliance, they hope, with EPS also in their alliance now under the NDA, EPS belongs to the Gaundur community who are very strong in the western part of Tamil Nadu, and with Nainar Nagendran helping them in the south, they hope they'll be able to expand their footprint, do better in the upcoming elections. But in terms of their larger alliance picture, they're not yet a good match for the formidable alliance of the ruling DMK, but they hope the next 1 year things will improve. They'll be able to add more allies, they hope, in the run-up to the assembly elections.
Tamil Nadu Minister Ponmudi has apologized for his vulgar speech. This apology comes after an outrage over his speech. Ponmudi has expressed regret for the kind of remarks that he made, and he says that he apologizes to those who are hurt. This apology, in fact, comes after the minister was stripped of his DMK post. Time now for a very short break. More news and updates on the other side. Welcome back. As far as Tehebur Rana's questioning and the probe is concerned, the National Investigation Agency, it can take Rana's voice sample. The NIA can also get Rana's scientific test done. The agency can apply for permission of voice sample in the court. The investigating agency can also apply for matching Rana's call record with that. This will make it clear that Rana was the one talking on the phone, and this will prove to be a big proof. And my colleague Mukesh Singh Sengar joins us to get us more on this. Mukesh, take us through the latest as far as this investigation is concerned.
जी देखिए, जो ताबुर राणा है उसने मुंबई में हमलों के पहले कई बार अपने दोस्त डेविड कोलमैन हेडली से बातचीत की है, और ये बातचीत मुंबई हमलों को लेकर हुई है और इस बातचीत को जो अमेरिकी एजेंसियां हैं उन्होंने इंटरसेप्ट किया था, उसकी रिकॉर्डिंग भी की है और इस बातचीत की रिकॉर्डिंग जो अमेरिकी एजेंसीज हैं उन्होंने एनआईए को सौंपी है। अब उसी आवाज से जो एनआईए है वो चाहती है कि ताबुर राणा का जो वॉइस सैंपल है, जो उसकी आवाज है, उसको मैच किया जाए। तो मैच करने के लिए उसका वॉइस सैंपल लेना होगा और इसके लिए बहुत जल्दी ही एनआईए कोर्ट में अर्जी दे सकती है, एप्लीकेशन दे सकती है। अगर ताबुर राणा तैयार होगा तभी उसका वॉइस सैंपल लिया जाएगा और अगर वो तैयार होता है तो उसका वॉइस सैंपल सीएफएसएल के एक्सपर्ट लेंगे और अगर ये वॉइस सैंपल मैच होता है तो कोर्ट में एक मजबूत एविडेंस, एक इम्पोर्टेंट एविडेंस होगा कि किस तरह से ताबुर राणा डेविड कोलमैन हेडली के साथ में मुंबई हमलों की कॉन्स्पिरेसी कर रहा था। तो ये काफी इम्पोर्टेंट सबूत होने वाला है। दूसरा जो साइंटिफिक टेस्ट है जिसमें नार्को टेस्ट है या पॉलीग्राफ टेस्ट है, ये भी एनआईए करवा सकती है। जी,
ऑल राइट, मुकेश सिंह सेंगर, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर गेटिंग अस ऑल द लेटेस्ट. The Enforcement Directorate has initiated proceedings to take possession of properties linked to the Associated Journals Limited, including the National Herald building at Bahadur Shah Zafar Marg in New Delhi, as part of a money laundering investigation. This action follows the ED's attachment of assets worth approximately 752 crore rupees in November 2023, which include immovable properties in Delhi, Mumbai, Lucknow and other locations, as well as shares held by AJL. National Herald case, it also alleges that illegal acquisition of assets worth rupees 2,000 crore was done by Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi.
In a significant move in the National Herald money laundering case, the ED has commenced proceedings to take possession of properties attached in connection with the Associated Journal Limited probe. Now, additionally, a separate notice has been issued to Jindal Southwest Projects Limited, the current occupant of 7th, 8th and 9th floors of Herald House in Bandra, Mumbai. Now, the notice directs the company to transfer monthly rent or lease payments to the ED. And the ED, impact investigation traces back to 2021 and is based on a private complaint filed by BJP leader Subramaniam Swamy in 2014. His complaint alleged a criminal conspiracy involving senior Congress leader Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi and others for alleged misappropriation of assets belonging to AJL through the control of a private entity, that is Young Indian. Now, to prevent the accused from enjoying or dissipating the tainted assets and to curb any further criminal activity, the ED has now begun formal possession procedures under PMLA provisions. The move marks a critical milestone in the long-running investigation, and it has also, in fact, continued to remain under judicial custody. The case is, somehow very much politically sensitive and closely watched, has survived multiple legal challenges, but both the Delhi High Court and the Supreme Court have upheld the investigation's legitimacy, allowing the ED to proceed with action against the accused and entities involved. Now, the ED is also expected to continue further action as per PMLA guidelines in the coming week.
In yet another major breakthrough amidst the ongoing drive to make Punjab a safe and secure state, as per directions of Chief Minister Bhagwant Singh Mann, Jalandhar Commissionerate Police, with the support of central agencies and Delhi Police, has successfully arrested UP-based prime accused involved in the grenade attack at BJP leader Manoranjan Kalia's residence. This is what the DGP Punjab, Gaurav Yadav, said. The DGP also said that further investigations are ongoing to uncover the handlers, financial backers and potential foreign connections linked to the attack. And the US President Donald Trump's administration has exempted smartphones and computers from reciprocal tariffs, including the 125% levies imposed on Chinese imports. Now, the US Customs and Border Patrol published a notice late on Friday explaining the goods that would be excluded from Trump's 10% global tariff on most countries and the much larger Chinese import tax. In fact, this move comes after Trump earlier this month imposed a massive tariffs on products from China, a move that threatened to take a toll on tech giants like Apple, which makes iPhones and most of its products in China. Meanwhile, Russian missile struck the warehouse of Indian pharmaceutical company Kusum in Ukraine. The Ukrainian embassy in India confirming the attack hit out at Russia and said, and I quote, "While claiming special friendship with India, Moscow deliberately targets Indian businesses, destroying medicines meant for children and elderly." This pharma company Kusum, it is critical for basic medicines across Ukraine. Iran and the United States, they held indirect talks in Oman facilitated by the Omani government to discuss Iran's advancing nuclear program, which has now concluded. Iran and the United States, they have agreed to hold another round of negotiations next week following preliminary talks in the Omani capital, Muscat. Iran said that it was giving diplomacy a genuine chance if the American side demonstrates resolve and goodwill. The Iran foreign minister and the US Middle East envoy, they briefly spoke in the presence of the Omani foreign minister as they left the venue.
The first round of talks between US and Iran has concluded today in Muscat, the capital of Oman, and Oman's foreign minister was the key mediator between the two parties. As per the reports, both the delegations led by Abbas Agrachi, the foreign minister of Iran, and Steve Witkoff, who was leading the US delegation, they both sat in separate rooms. Notes were exchanged between the two parties via the Oman's foreign minister, and after the meeting was concluded, it was also informed from the Iran's foreign ministry that perhaps the meeting will continue the next week, or the next round of meeting may happen in the coming weeks. Oman's foreign minister also tweeted about it, that he is happy to mediate between the two parties. The meeting happened in a positive environment, as per one of the sources who was attending the meeting with Iran's foreign minister. And this entire meeting is very significant considering the fact that Iran and US has participated in an indirect and direct kind of engagement for the first time after Mr. Trump has become the president of United States. And it is also significant considering the fact that it was Mr. Trump who had started his entire tenure in the last 2 months by putting maximum sanctions on Iran to pressurize it to not develop its nuclear program. The talks revolved around the nuclear program of Iran, but the official statement has not yet been released by either parties, except the Oman's foreign minister, who said that the talks happened in conducive environment and Oman will continue to play the role of a mediator. Now we will have to see that what will be the next round of talks between US and Iran aim to achieve, because as per the reports from Iranian local media as well as the state-sponsored media, Iran is looking to negotiate about the nuclear program. US and other allies in the West feel that Iran has been enriching its uranium product, and it will only be detrimental for the entire West if Iran continues to progress with its nuclear program. So now we'll have to see whether US agrees for it and what kind of relief Iran will get, because as far the economy is concerned, Iran's economy has been badly hit by the sanctions which have been put by United States, and this is the first positive development since Mr. Trump has come to office as the President of the United States, that both sides have agreed for talks. Initially, Donald Trump had sent a letter sort of in a tone with a threatening tone that until Iran agrees to all the terms and conditions, it may have to face for war or an attack from the United States. And Ayatollah Khamenei, the supreme leader of Iran, as well as the president of Iran and the foreign minister of Iran, they have all unanimously said that you can't bully Iran, but if you're ready for talk, we are going to negotiate for it. And Iran maintained that it is an indirect talks, but reports are suggesting that perhaps at the end of the meeting, both sides, Mr. Steve Witkoff, who was leading the US side, and Abbas Agrachi, the foreign minister of Iran, they met briefly in presence of Oman's foreign minister. So it was more of a direct as well as indirect talks between the two parties, and we'll have to wait for the next round of talks to know that what kind of agreements have been reached between the two parties.
That's all we have for you. Keep watching NDTV for more news and updates.